Hello, everyone, and hello, PMP aspirants. Thanks for watching this video, and we are so excited to keep giving more success stories. At time we see that a lot of success stories with us, and every success story, if you listen, everything will be unique. You cannot tell, okay, we have hundreds of success stories, almost same, right? You won't get the feel. When you listen, each one will have a different way. They'll tell that I was in office, tight work, I do like this. I'm a mom, I have to do this. I'm here, I'm traveling. Everybody will have a scenario. One or other scenario will map to your case also. You will feel, oh yeah, this is what I'm happening for me, right? That's the interesting part of success story. Now we have Shruti, who cleared a PMP on 23rd of June, right? So she's a very humble person sitting in the green field, and morning dews are behind her, and it looks pretty good. So first of all, congratulations, Shruti, for this wonderful achievement.
Thank you, Sriram. Thank you for all the coaching, mentoring. I remember messaging you middle of the night, asking your suggestions, and you were always there replying to me, guiding me. So it really, really helped.
Nice to know. Hard work paid you back. That's clear. Let's see the certificate and come back, right? That will be a little more interesting. Here we go. That's our certificate. Wow, looks good, right? So did PMI release the certificate immediately, or they consumed some extra time?
They sent a message saying it will take 4 to 5 days, but then
Ah,
they sent me on the same day.
cool, yeah, cool. That
But the badge, I got an email on the next day.
very good, superb. And did you know that this is the date you're going to crack the exam, or did you plan this date? Hey, 23rd is my best day in my life. I'm going to crack it. Something like that you had?
I had planned on second week of July.
Okay.
I had not set an exact date, so I
Uh-huh.
thought once I'm ready, I'll immediately set a date
Fine.
and go for
Achha,
the exam.
achha,
So,
achha.
but I had thought no matter what, by mid-July, I have to complete this.
Determination, make it. So you know what, that's what you said is right. What happens, I will make it. uh, those are things only work. If we keep telling, let me see whether I can do, it won't work. You have to jump in. Fantastic, great. So how this spark of management came to you? Do you feel that from school days you're a school people leader, huh? Kind of, you have that thought of leadership all the time?
Kind of, yes. So no matter what work I do with my teammates or anything for that matter, everything I consider as project. So how to initiate project, how to execute, how to plan, making sure the everything is going under control. So all
Perfect.
this I do in my day-to-day work as well. So project management was kind of let's say inbuilt,
Inbuilt application here.
kind of.
Right, the mobile comes with the inbuilt app. Okay, nice. So this management leadership thought is there for a while for you. Now, when you start reading the international management model, okay, see there is a difference, right? So I'm coming from a India background, Asia background. This region of countries like Asia, we were not so much dominating in leadership for a long time. At least centuries, we have been kept in some form of life. And now our education system also has something not really cracking the world.
True.
But suddenly, when you read books like PMP, these guys will talk something out of the sky somewhere. And are you able to see that relation, what you thought as a leader and what you see in the book?
Uh, to some extent, yes. What the book says, it's end-to-end project management, getting a bigger project, complex project,
Right.
going from starting, initiating to closing the project. We may not be doing the core end-to-end project management in India, but if you take job role of a lead, for example, when I get a task, how I will be going through the email, how I will be analyzing the email, like initiating the project. I will consider the task as a project. How I am sharing the work with all the team members, how I'm considering risks. I will check resource management of how many team members are available, how many will be on leave, and if we have any other activities, how to execute, um, how many days will I take to complete this particular task, how many days I need to keep it for QC, all these. Even though I'm not doing end-to-end project, so whatever task we are getting, we do consider it as a project and execute it. So I may not be doing a very big thing, but to my extent, I'm doing project management. So I very much relate to what is in the books.
Understand. I understand. I can sense that. Good, great. So now, the spark came for a PMP for you. You want to go for it, and now, how was the preparation? Are you able to spend time consistently? Were there any up and down?
So actually, I wanted to write the exam in December.
Uh-huh.
I did take your classes, and then I was going to. I did read the book. I didn't go through Pimbok. I read Rita. So I was in a lot of Josh. I wanted to finish it off within 30 days, 40 days. And then I wrote a mock exam in Tripka Simulator, and my scores were not good enough. So I was like, let me take some time, let me not hurry things. And then I thought, let me push it for next year, let me get prepared better. And then the exam pattern changed. So again, I took a class in March. I properly took 2 months. I went through Pimbok. I went through Rita, Agile Practice Guide, and I took n number of mock exam. I would have easily taken 2,000 to 2,500 questions. So you need to set a date, like 2 months. I will complete my PMP exam no matter what. So based on that, you should keep your study plan ready. I will finish PIMBOK within 20 days. I will finish Rita in the next 15 days. I need Agile to read in the next 3 days. So I should have this plan in my mind. Otherwise, there'll be something or the other coming up, and I'll keep thinking that let me take a break. One weekend, I'll take a break or something. And those 2 days will matter a lot when your exam is getting closer. So you should have a plan in mind saying, I will finish studying so and so chapters by this date. So that is very important. Without that, the study plan will keep going, you'll keep pushing it away.
Got you. Got you. Got you. Got you. Yeah, that makes really sense there. What you did. But again, the journey part, when you say you have a plan, you have to do things. In between, you'll have your corporate stuff, your family stuff, right? It's not that easy to do. By the way, switching from 2020, that is the pattern which we call as a new old eco. Now it is a new eco, that is exam content outline. Did you find there is a big gap and you have to spend time more? How do you felt?
Not really. So it's just the way you see things is different. That's all.
Hmm.
So earlier it was more of predictive. Now you'll be looking in terms of agile and hybrid. And I don't see much of a difference. What resource management was before, it's the same now. Only the difference is you'll be looking in terms of an agile.
Hmm.
Um, so everything used to be planned earlier before 2020, and now you will be looking at things where things are changing all the time, where you have both predictive and adaptive. So it is more connected to how the world is right now, the agile world.
That makes sense. Makes sense, right? Because they started talking about adaptive. Many people got a little scared. Oh my God, adaptive is not my piece of cake. How do we do? So because many come from the predictive nature of job, they were scared. Why should I learn adaptive, which is not part of my life? But I think we have to accept at one point we will not have always predictive. At least some portion of our activity is going to be adaptive, including a PMP. PMP, we know the date is this is the date of exam, but are you sure the exam is going to happen on the same date? There is a chance something can change. The center says, no, we don't conduct the exam now, or something goes wrong with the internet. We can't do that. So now what happens? You change the plan. You go for an adaptive nature. You have to push your date to another date of exam, and you have to adapt to the situation. So you cannot tell life will be always predictive. We will have some adaptive nature. If we understand this basic, the concept starts getting easy, right? That's a message. Very good.
For me, Agile was completely new.
Right.
So I'm not from core IT background. I didn't know Agile. So the first time I read Agile Practice Guide, it completely went over my head. Then I read Rita. So they have the newer version. So
Okay.
in that they have included both predictive and adaptive.
Okay.
So it kind of gives you clear concepts on what agile is, how it is connected to
Right.
each and every concept. And then I went back and read Agile Practice Guide, and it made so much sense to me. It
Right.
really helps. If Agile is completely new to you, just go
Yeah.
through Rita once and
Right.
then go back to Agile.
Very good. Very good. Well said. Because many got a little scared where to read Agile. The Agile Practice Guide of PMI, it is explained very simple language. If you go to Rita, every chapter in Rita will have some concept about Agile. Or still you feel that, man, I want to learn something more, or more in the sense of trending features. In PMBOK, every chapter, there is a first page, trending or tailoring. Two words will be there, trending, tailoring. Just read that. That's pretty enough for the exam part. Right? That's a good super. Right, let's get to the main stuff. So, how was your exam? Was it a center or as a proctor?
I wanted a center-based exam, but then because of the COVID situation and a lockdown and everything, I couldn't find a test center. The closest date was in August. I didn't want to delay my exam so long. So I
Acha.
thought, okay, fine, I'll take the exam from home. I knew that I had power cuts at home, but I didn't have a choice. I didn't want to push it anymore. So I took the exam. So morning I had exam at 10:30. 10
Hmm.
o'clock I log in and I don't see start the exam anywhere in any any Pearson view or in PMI website. I got really freaked out. I called up Rahul. Rahul, I'm not able to see the start the exam button. What do I do? What do I do? Like calm down, take a deep breath. Sometimes when the invigilator is not available or sometimes when the server is slow, it might
Right,
take a few more minutes. So wait
right.
for another 5-10 minutes and then refresh the website. Then I saw that start the exam was there, and then I went through the process.
Okay.
So they sent me the link saying update the photos of the room that you are in and back, front, left, right, and then the ID verification. Um, I thought I'll keep the photos ready and I had it ready in my phone. But then the link said I need to take the photos newly. So they will provide an option saying front view. I need to click that and then I need to take a picture and send it across. So the same thing with each and every document verification. And then once I'm inside, so they will keep me on waiting saying every 60 seconds, the screen will refresh saying there are two more people waiting in line. There's only one person. So you're the next person in line. As soon as the invigilator is ready, you can begin the exam. So that I waited only for 2 minutes and then my exam started immediately. Exactly at 10:30, my exam started.
Very good, very good. I know
And
this happens for some people. The exam doesn't start. They'll be
mm,
little tense all the time. What to do, whom to ask, right? All that will happen. Anyway, that's good to know that you are able to come back on track.
and one very important thing, there was a power cut. So I was in 112th question. I remember it very clearly because the second break was about to start in another eight question. 112 question exactly, power cut. And I was so scared that I will have to send a mail to PMI. I have to redo the exam and all that. I was so freaked out. I was waiting, looking at the screen, but the session did not disconnect. So there was a chat box still open and the video recording was still continuing. So then I clicked on the message box and then one of the person came up saying, "Do you need some help?" I told him that there was a power cut. My session ended. What do I do? Then he told me, show me the room view again, 360 degree. That time I had to rotate my laptop and show the room 360 degree. And then he told me that note down the session number. So you will have a access code. So note down the access code, open Task Manager, close the Pearson View application that you're having. Then open again, enter the code, follow the procedure. Then I was thinking, if I do that, close the session in Task Manager, I will have to write the question from number one.
Yeah.
So I asked him the same thing. He's like, no, no, from where the session has ended, from there itself the session will start. So go ahead. Still, I was getting scared, and still I went ahead with closing everything on Task Manager, and then I entered the access code. Again, the same thing of uploading photos and everything happened. Then again, they made me wait for another 2 minutes until there was a slot and in which letters were available. And then I started with 112th question only.
Wow. So the power cut, how much of minutes it was there?
It was just 30 seconds. In my apartment, we have a power backup. So the security guard, he immediately switched it on, but the Wi-Fi got disconnected. Like even 1 second, it's like,
I keep telling that have one small UPS for the Wi-Fi. There are some simple UPS available, very lightweight UPS, so that this modem issue can be resolved. The modem issue is the biggest issue. It will flicker like this. The moment you flicker, it had to restart the internet. So, right? It will take at least 1.5 minutes to come back internet. By the time all the application will be closed. So first thought to everybody is, see, Shruti is a right example now. So anybody watching this, viewers, first thing, laptop will survive because it has its own battery. Whereas for this modem, I don't know why this modem guy is not thinking of one small battery inside that. I always think that, man, modem, every time power goes, internet goes off. Have a small battery which can hold for at least 2 minutes or 5 minutes. Anyway, that's a good thing, but the thrill would be so super great, right? Like thriller
my
movie.
heart was in my throat. I was like, I need to start the exam from first question. I was like, please,
God,
please.
that will be toughest one. Good.
By
You
the second session, you would be so exhausted. You'll be thinking, when I'm going for the break, let me go for a
right,
break. And
right.
then this happened, and it took like 20 to 30 minutes until everything got sorted. So, yeah, that was really stressful.
Stressful. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So did you took the breaks?
Yes, I definitely wanted. I had decided before itself I will take the break no matter what, because
Nice.
the people who had taken the exam before, they told me that the first questions will be a little smaller, but the second batch, 61 to 120,
Ah,
questions will be a little uh, bigger. So I thought, let me not take a chance. I will be so stressed out by the second half. Let me take the break. Anyways, those 10 minutes, it's not taking from your exam time.
right.
So it's good to take those 10 minutes, refresh yourself. I remember you telling in one of the interviews, keep chocolate with you. I think
Mhm.
that chocolate helped me a lot because that sugar rush will keep you awake, will keep
Right,
you like
right,
on track.
right.
So I had a big chocolate bar with me. So as soon as the break started, I ate a big chunk of chocolate bar. I drank some water and I came back and sat in front of the system.
Nice.
The same thing, like everyone had told me before, the first 60 questions was just 1 or 1.5 line. And then
Mm.
from 60 onwards, I don't know from exactly which question, but it started getting lengthy. Um,
Oh,
so, and then by 100 questions, I was so exhausted, getting stressed out, saying these questions are really, really big. Uh,
right.
so you really need that break. Maybe it might differ in some people, but I really needed that break.
Got you, got you. I like that chocolate part. Okay, because in the middle of the exam, having chocolate is something interesting. We need a glucose and sugar at body. I did it when I went for exam, center-based exam those days. Okay, right. So in the locker, we have to keep all the stuff. They said, okay, keep it on the table. I had some Snicker bar, something bigger one. So I was eating and the break time, everybody looking at me, what the nut guy is eating? But I understood that when your brain is getting a little more exhausted, tired, you need this sugar and glucose content. So I decided before going to the exam, I will do this. But those days, there is no break, announced break. You
Hmm.
have to take a break on your own time. See,
Okay.
this is 4 hours exam. In 4 hours exam, no break they will give you. You have to take the break. So I saw in the exam hall, nobody took the break. I was the only guy who came out. I said, man, I don't want to die in this exam hall. I want to live long life. So let me eat, feel well, and come and write. So that's a point. Anyway, good point there. Appreciate it. Now, which subject you felt they were drilling a little more deeper?
For me, it was scope management and resource
Oh,
management.
requirements, product backlog.
Yeah.
Acha, 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 acha. Are they using the word requirements WBS or getting to product backlog?
Product product backlog. They
Ah,
don't mention the backlog exactly, but mode of grooming and things like that.
acha, 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 acha. They're using those words. Okay, okay. Seems PMI is mixing all, right? Agile, non-agile, everything coming inside.
Predictive was very less, hardly 4 to 5 questions.
Acha.
Remaining everything were agile or hybrid, adaptive.
Right, right. So for this reading, read at 10th edition is sufficient, you feel?
No, you either your English have to be really good, or like the English or what the US people or the UK people speak, or
Right,
you have to go through PMBOK. You need not go mug up everything in PMBOK,
right,
but at least read through the concept. Maybe not by heart ITT rules or anything, but
right,
go through the concept for sure because the language that's used in the exam,
right.
it's a little closer to PMBOK than in Rita. Rita is very simple for everybody's understanding to understand the concept. But going through that, I don't think you'll be able to get the whole gist of the exam questions.
Right, 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 right. That's good. In fact, what you said is right. No need to read the PMBOK fully, but you can read the glossary to get the keywords. See, some of them are feeling that Rita is so comfortable for me. The way the book explains is very layman language. I understand the stories. Shriram, do I need to read the 10 chapters again in PMBOK? I mean, it's a pain, man. Already read Rita twice. You want me to read PMBOK again? The answer is, I don't think you have to do that. Rather, every day before you go to bed, 10 or 15 words in PMBOK glossary. Glossary means what? They have a list of words and the definition. Enough. You got the language, right? And you have to appreciate that PMI has introduced something called study hall. Study hall is really coming up beautiful. They are tuning it. I'll not tell you it's so perfect. They are coming up. But the language they use in study hall is almost close to the main exam. So it's a good advice to go for study hall going forward. That's a message. Superb, superb, Shruti. So when you came to the last question, you had some time to click the button. How was it?
The first 60 questions, I think I finished in 70 minutes.
Very good.
The second set, I took a little longer. The first 60 questions, I was somewhat sure about the questions, and I didn't want to go back and review anything. I didn't flag anything. So I was like, this is it. I will need more time for the bigger questions, where it's complicated and everything. The first 60 questions, I think I reviewed only one question and I completed the first session. The
Okay.
second session, I think I flagged 3 to 4 questions,
Okay.
which I went back and reviewed. I
Okay.
didn't change my answers. But then the second half was very lengthy.
Hmm.
Lengthy in the sense, in the normal mocks, what you get, the screen is a little bigger. Answers will come in 3 to 4 lines. But when you look at the PMI actual exam, the font is very small and the question is in the entire screen. It will look like 1 or 2 lines, but it's actually 4 to 5 lines in your regular mock.
Ah.
So
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So, somewhere in the middle of the exam, I'm thinking it's only 2 lines. Why is it taking me so long to read, understand the question? Then I realized the font is small, but the question is actually bigger.
These guys
Uh,
went clever.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. I know it's lengthy questions. Lengthy questions.
Mm.
See, sometime PMI, I remember in January when they introduced the PMI new exam 2021, people said, man, all short questions. Very straight, simple. They said, man, that's it, PMP. I said, man, don't underestimate PMI. They'll start like this. They'll see how people are responding. Slowly, they'll increase it. But that is what is happening now. They're giving paragraphs. See, they're meant for paragraphs. Okay. Say years back, that's how they are. Paragraph. It's a case study, right? See, they're not conducting a school or a secondary exam, man. This is professional exam. They have to give a case. You have to resolve the case. I even feel another 4 or 5 years, what may happen is they will not have 180 questions. Questions will be less, but it will be all scenarios and case. They'll ask you to get into the situation, solve the situation. Maybe something can change another 5 years. I don't think this will be the same pattern going forward. They want to see, are you really a leader? Are you really a manager? Are you a mugging guy? Right? Mugging guy cannot clear that. You should be a person, right? That's
And
pretty good.
then the second 60 questions, I think I took around 75 minutes, uh, somewhere close to 75 minutes. And then the third batch, I had 15 minutes left out, 15 minutes, I think.
Nice.
And then in the third batch, I think I had marked around 8 to 10 questions.
Okay.
And to my surprise, I changed all the answers for all those 10 to 15
Oh,
questions.
oh, oh, oh.
Uh,
Okay.
so I think that really helped. The last batch that you're going through, your mind is exhausted. You're reading the question and it's going over your head. You're reading the same question two times, three times, and you're not able to understand or something or the other. Your mind is a little stressed out.
Right.
So for me, going marking those questions, going back, rereading them, and that time I felt the question was actually easy. I didn't know why I was not able to understand.
It
The
happens, right?
question,
Under pressure, your brain cannot act.
yeah. Uh,
Nice.
so the last 15 minutes, I took in reviewing those 10 to 15 questions again, and I
Nice.
changed all the answers in them.
Nice. Nice.
So,
Nice. Super good. Super good. And that's a bold decision, right? Go back and change the answers. Usually we don't want to change it. I made it. Why should I change? We'll think of it. Great. Nice. Nice to know. Nice to know. Super. That's a good shot from you. And when you click the last button, submit, are you confident you're going to clear the exam?
I had no idea. Some questions were pretty straightforward. I could answer
Okay.
it without even looking at the options. I knew what the answers there. Some
That's
questions I somewhat took a guess, and some questions were so difficult. It was even difficult to understand the question. Some By the end of the exam, I was like, maybe I will pass, maybe I won't. And then I got above target in all three domains.
right, right. When you click the button, that is a time, the few seconds it's rolling. The whole spiritual belief starts coming up there.
Yeah, I actually prayed. I closed my eyes and I prayed. If not above target, at least target. Please let me pass.
See, you can see this spiritual belief in a hospital sometime, okay, sometime in airports, sometime in PMP's exam center. You'll be there, man. Let it come to me, right? But that's an emotional touching time, you know. When you see that result, you don't know whether to cry, you laugh, you'll feel, is it me? Did I do that? Kind of good feel. Good to know that. Great, Shruti. That's a good effort from you. And next thing is I would look out for implementing it. So it could be corporate, it could be personal life. You shouldn't miss it. You have to keep reading and be part of some community, right? We have our own group. I would recommend you to be part of the community and you share your knowledge regularly. Do you participate in weekly exams we conduct?
The 40 question mock,
Yes.
I did answer two mocks.
Very good.
I had such bad scores. I was
Right.
really I had really bad scores the first two mocks that I took. But the
Right.
first full mock that I took, I got 78%. I was really surprised. The 40 question mock, I'm scoring so bad, and 200 question mock, 180 question mock, and I'm scoring so well. I was like really confused. Where am I?
Yeah. Sometimes a long duration, we'll be more comfortable doing certain things. Short doesn't work. It depends on people. Good. So keep participating that weekly sessions because there are many people preparing for exams. People who cleared like you can come and talk there, how the exam went, some ideas. Yeah, that will help people also. I'm trying to build a community here who can help each other, not for only certification, job. Why we do the certification for job, right? End of day, or in a job you want to shine. So these are case scenarios which is happening on day-to-day life. Even you take after PMP, you take these exams, you start reading these concepts, you get stronger and stronger. Right? That's
Yeah.
a concept. Super good. So once again, thanks a lot for coming up here and sharing your views about the exam and how it happened. We like that 112th question a break happened. Okay, that was a
That was more like a heart attack than a
thriller.
break.
Yeah, thriller movie. Nice to know. Nice to know. Great. All the viewers, thanks for watching this video. I'm sure you'll like Shruti's boldness at the 112th question. Leave your likes and comments for her success, and let's wish her for a great success in future. Great.
Thank you, Sriram. Thank you.
Great. Anything more you want to share, Shruti?
I think the main thing is be confident. Day before the exam, keep your mind clear. When you're doing mocks, make sure that you're writing down notes. There are a lot of points that you might be seeing for the first time. There are certain words like refactoring that comes only once in the book. You might have completely missed it out. But when you're actually reading the mock exam questions in the mock exam, these kind of questions and words will come up, and
Right.
it's very difficult for you to remember each and every word from Pimbok or Rita. It's
Right.
good to write down certain sentences or topics that you're not aware of. If you go to Prepcast or full mock from Tree Learning, there's an explanation for everything. So the right answer, just note down the topic and what it means. So before the exam, a day before the exam, it's really good to go through them. You will actually remember whatever you have written down.
Perfect.
That's really important. And I think second half of the day before my exam, I was chilled out. I didn't read anything. I didn't touch anything. I kept my mind empty. So when you go to the exam, be confident. If you get nervous, if you keep looking at the time, getting nervous and all that, whatever questions you remember, answers you remember, also you might forget, or you will not be able to concentrate on the question and the options if you're very nervous.
Got
So
you.
be confident. You've already entered the exam hall. So whatever happens will happen. So just be confident, read the questions, understand them, and write the exam. Just don't be nervous in the exam hall. That's all.
Nice, nice. That's a good summary of detail. I appreciate it. Be confident. That's
Yeah.
pretty important. Super. Once again, thanks a lot. Keep rocking. Keep winning more. Good wishes.
Thank you. Thank you, Sriram.